All right. Hi, welcome or welcome back to the channel. I am Mary. And if you're new here, hi. If you are a returning viewer, hello. Anyway, with that being said, this video is all about becoming aware of the beliefs that you currently have that have come from your past, that are stemmed from the past. So, the anchoring question within this video is, how can I begin to become aware of the beliefs that have come from my past? Simple, okay? You want to be aware of what's taken place within your mind. What do you feel is true? You know, sometimes what we feel is true isn't always actually true, and it's not always facts. So the stories we tell ourselves about the past isn't always true either. Sometimes we may even make things up as we grow, as we evolve. Our perspective of it changes. So with that perspective of change, with the perspective changing, the story can change just from the perspective. So that's a beautiful thing to know. Like, what is your perspective of your past? What's your story of your past? And if it's negative, then of course it's going to impact your present, right? And your state of being in a negative way, right? And that, let me say it this way. If you have experienced something negative within your past, identify it as negative, but you don't have to let it define who you presently are and where it is that you're going. All right? So again, the anchoring question is, how can I begin to become aware of the beliefs that have come from my past? You want to begin to become aware of your mindset, of your mind, what thoughts are taking place. You want to begin to become aware of the feelings and the emotions that you experience and the connection with, like, your emotions and your thoughts. You want to begin to become aware of the connection between the two. Example, let's say you feel an emotion of anger. Where does your mind go? What story arises within your mentality? With that awareness, you can see the belief. It rises up right then and there. It's present within you. And as you begin to become aware of this, you can begin to change it. If it's something that's negative, and if it's influencing you and it's putting you in a state that you do not want to be in, and if it's getting you to spiral, you can choose to be the observer of these beliefs. And you can choose not to believe them anymore. You see, there is a process that takes place when you begin to become aware of the beliefs that you hold that come from the past. The process is, the first step I would say is being aware of it, the thoughts that are taking place, the feelings and the emotions, and how they are driving your actions, your behaviors, and how they are defining you in your life. Become aware of that. And the second step, I would say, is to begin to find ways to release those beliefs. That can be through shifting your mindset. That can be through shifting your actions and your behaviors. It could be through you reminding yourself of who it is that you presently are and who it is you are becoming. Find a way that's best for you and that works for you. For me, sometimes when I have beliefs come up from the past, I will sit there and I will observe it. And sometimes it takes place when I make these videos. Sometimes it takes place when I'm exercising. Sometimes it takes place while I'm at work. But regardless of where it is that you're at and when these beliefs arise, regardless, if you're able to be aware of it and to deny it and to remind yourself of the new beliefs that you are consciously choosing to believe, eventually those beliefs dissipate. They go away. Now, I don't want to say that they disappear. They can, but it takes a lot of work, a lot of mental work. So if you want to begin to let go of beliefs that are from the past, you must begin to find ways and evidence to validate that those beliefs aren't true. And they don't have to define who it is that you presently are and who it is that you're going to be. They can have defined a past version of you, yes, but this is why being within the present moment is so important, because when you are present, you can consciously choose who to be. You can consciously choose who to be. Again, you can consciously choose who to be. When you're fully present within the moment, a belief arises, you don't have to entertain it. You don't have to immerse yourself in it. You don't have to spiral in it. You don't have to embody it. You can just observe it. It's going to pass. Sometimes at the beginning, it could take hours for an emotion to release, to pass by, for a certain mental state to drift, you know? But it's really all about being patient with yourself and kind with yourself. And it's really about living within the present moment and consciously focusing on the version of yourself you are becoming and the life you are creating. And the more you work towards it, the more you're going to begin to literally find yourself in moments transforming those old beliefs. All right? And that's the beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when you begin to really do this, is that when these past negative beliefs arise, you're able to be aware of them, and you'll find that the more you work towards positive beliefs, which is always linked to the version of yourself you're becoming, the life you are creating, you'll find that you won't even believe them anymore. They'll pop up within your state. You'll have the thought, you'll have an emotion, but then you'll just be so aware that this emotion and this story or this mindset just doesn't serve me anymore. It's not it no more. It's not me no more, you'll get to that point. It's just all about you putting in the work. And some ways you can do that is through journaling, through using affirmations, through scripting, and through acting. What you do within every given day that is given to you is so important. Excuse me. It's so important, because when you begin to live consciously and you set intentions, and you set those intentions in alignment with the version of yourself you're becoming, and in alignment with the life you are creating, you are going to create a new state of being. You're going to change your beliefs. You're going to learn a lot. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to leave this video here. So the question was and is, how can I begin to become aware of the beliefs that come from my past? All right? So one thing before I end this video, one thing you guys can do is when a past belief arises, in that moment, you can observe it and remind yourself, this is a belief from the past. This belief doesn't have to define me in this moment. I now consciously choose to release this belief. It no longer serves me. It no longer supports me. It no longer supports me. It no longer serves me. It's no longer welcomed here. And then just release it. Allow yourself to release it. If you have to do a visual, do a visual. Whatever works for you. Ground yourself within the present moment. Change the belief. And align it with who it is you're becoming and the life you're creating. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to leave this video here. So I'll see you all within another video.